Hi, this video is going to cover the general functionality of the customer screen that exists within Survey HD for the iPad. What you're looking at now is the customer screen. This is basically the landing page that you're going to hop onto once you open up the application. We call it the customer screen, I think, for some pretty obvious reasons. This will eventually, once you've loaded some customers in there, you will have a list of all your customers from this field here. Within the screen, there's an edit button in the upper left-hand side. The edit button is going to allow you to remove any of those customers that exist within your list. You just hit edit, hit the minus sign, and then hit the delete box when you want to remove it. When you're done, just go ahead and hit done in the upper left. The search bar at the top allows you to search for specific customers. All you have to do is type in the name of the customer that you want to search for. It will narrow your list down to that customer's name. Above that, you have a Change Filters button. This Change Filters will allow you to filter that list and how you view that customer list. Currently, I'm sorting it by date and I'm showing the follow-up date. You can select any date that you want in here. So if I want to show the appointment date instead of the follow-up date, I can do so. Your list will get reorganized as a result. You don't always have to sort by date. I can sort it by name, which puts it in alphabetical order. And I would encourage anyone using the application to get in here and play around with these filters because there are some pretty good uses for filtering that data. Also in here, to create a new customer, there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. One of the ways, if you're creating the customer on the device itself, is by hitting the plus sign up here at the top. What I'm going to go ahead and do is put in a customer last name, customer first name. I can punch in an email address if I have it. I can select my pricing option, whether it's an interstate or local move. And then there's a sync to quick move toggle, which you don't have to worry about. We'll cover that in some later videos. So all you have to do once you enter that data in is touch anywhere outside of the field. And that customer is then added into your list. You can see it there right above Thompson toward the bottom. And that customer is now added. Also up here at the top, in the upper right-hand side, you have a Documents button. That Documents button is going to allow you to download documents that live online and have those available for viewing on the iPad and also sharing with your customer. To add a new document, all you have to do is hit the plus sign here, enter in the document name, enter in the web link or URL, and hit save. What it does is it downloads that document from the internet, and then you'll have access to it right here in this screen. To open up the document, just hit the I out on the right. That document is then loaded, and from here it can be shared with the customer. So not only can you view that document right on the device, you can hit Actions in the upper right and email it or print it, or you can hit the box at the top with the arrow, and that also gives you print and email functionality as well. When you're done, you just go back to your document screen. The little boxes out on the left of these documents themselves allow you to apply a check mark to multiple documents, and then from there you can go ahead and hit the email at the top and email multiple documents out at the same time. I'll go ahead and delete the draft there. Once you're done, just hit done in the upper left to go back to your customer screen. The second way that you're going to be able to retrieve customers on your device is by hitting the sync button at the top. That sync button will reach out to Quick Move. Now you have to be also using Quick Move in order to do this, but it'll reach out to Quick Move and it will pull any newly created surveys for you since your last sync down onto your device. So it's a way for you to get that information without doing the data entry. If you don't have Quick Move or are not using Quick Move, for information on it, you can contact sales@igcsoftware.com. Next to the sync button, there's a maintenance button. This maintenance button has a backup feature. Automatic backups happen within the application for you to your database. However, you can go in and select a backup. All you do is hit Options in the upper right. You can hit Backup Now, and then it adds a new backup of your database onto the device. Once that backup's in there, if you ever have an issue with your application, you can always email us a copy of your database. All you have to do is touch the backup and then hit email to support. Launches your email on your device and allows you to email that to our support staff. Once again, there's probably not a need for you to go ahead and back up as it automatically happens. The purge button allows you to purge a group of customers out of here. You can enter in a purge date. Once you have that purge date entered in, it will clear a block of customers out from that date. The only time I ever see this purge being used is when a device is transferred from one person to the other and you're trying to clean a block of data out of there. Also under the maintenance button, there's an about. The about is going to give you the version of survey that you're on currently. Also gives you your telephone numbers for contact information for IGC software. Also under the maintenance button, you have your forced tariff refresh. What this does is it actually reaches out to our website, and our website verifies that you have the latest tariff information on your device. All you do is hit continue in the upper left-hand side. It downloads all your new and latest interstate tariff information to the application. Under maintenance as well, you have enter agent signature. We not only support in here electronic signature capture for customers, but also for salespeople as well. This is where the salesperson's signature is going to go in. So all you have to do, and if you don't like how your signature is in here, you can double tap to remove it. You can go ahead and sign your name in here. And when you're done, you hit done in the upper left-hand side. What that does is it saves that signature, and then anytime the salesperson's signature is required on any documentation, how you've signed it in there is how it's going to appear on the paperwork. Beyond that, there is a setup in here for the Brother PocketJet 673. It's one of the supported printers that work with our application. This is a thermal printer. The setup is a little bit complicated. We always suggest that you contact our support staff to assist you with this. You can contact our support by either emailing them, support@igcsoftware.com, or giving them a call at area code 614-759-9148. Okay, so down here at the bottom, you have a Me button. The Me button locates where you're at. You're always indicated with a blue dot. The Show Day button is going to allow you to show a specific day and any appointments that you have going on in that day. Also, you have a classic view, a satellite view, and a hybrid view for any of these customers when using the mapping functionality. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and touch on this customer at the top, Baker. What it does is it verifies the address of Baker. Because I have an internet connection, it's dropping a pin on the map at the bottom as to where that customer is located at in my geographic area. And then it's also pulling up here in the upper right what we call the quick view, which gives you quick access to this customer Baker to some of their information. So from here for this customer, I can see contact info, phone numbers. I can see potential dates if they were set up for them. I can also see any type of pricing that was developed for them. And then over here on the right, I have my inventory summary. I have access to all of this data without leaving the customer screen. The intent and purpose of this was to give you access to it without actually having to go into the customer's record. So as you're working through your list here, making things like follow-up calls to customers, you have access to that quick stuff without actually jumping into that customer's record. So that covers the functionality within the customer screen. Once again, I would encourage you to use the Change Filters field. It's a very neat feature, and actually you can filter in here not only by name, but if I filter by follow-up and filter by the date field here, what it does is it organizes my customer list by the follow-up date. So the date that you're looking at out to the right of the name is the follow-up dates that I had scheduled for those customers. So getting back to looking at this quick view, you can easily work through your customer list here, do those follow-ups for the customer, and then have all the information over here on the right-hand side for you to follow up with.